Greetings, classic cinema and TV fans. Jason here with you once again on another Retro Drive-In podcast. On these podcasts, we do a large range of different types of things. Sometimes we do movies, sometimes we do TV, even though it is called the Retro Drive-In podcast. And today we are talking about a TV series. And the reason we're talking about this TV series is because it is a brand new release. Just arrived here at Classic Cinema Plus Studios, and boy, am I excited about this one. This is really, really cool. I'm really shocked at how that Warner Archive Collection is releasing a lot of these older TV shows and restoring them and making them look literally amazing. And this one, I've been seeing a lot of different Westerns, right? We've been seeing a lot of them. Some that I would have never dreamed of, but there they are, right? And this one, I did not think would happen either, but here we are. This is going to be a lot of fun. If you're a physical media fan like I am, if you want to support physical media like I do, then please do be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let's talk about physical media today on the Retro Drive-In podcast. Be sure to subscribe. Let's jump into this. All right, so today we're talking about the TV series Cheyenne. This is a Western, of course, and Cheyenne is a really interesting Western in cinema or in TV history, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but Cheyenne basically takes place after the Civil War, and it stars Clint Walker as a drifter named Cheyenne Bodie. Okay, so Cheyenne Bodie, not to go deep into this because there's 108 episodes here and we can't dive into every single one of them. We're just going to kind of highlight what the show is about. Okay, so he's a drifter. He goes from town to town in the Old West. He finds himself trying to do things that are right and running into all kinds of challenges. That's as far as we're going to go with it because you can't go deep into this because there's 108 episodes here. We can't dive into all of those. That's just not possible. Not in this podcast. Just not going to be able to do that. But Cheyenne is really kind of an interesting and a historic, really a historic TV series in American television history. Now, why do I say that? Well, basically because Cheyenne was the first hour-long Western in American TV history. Now, a lot of people would say, oh, well, wait, wasn't that Gunsmoke? No, you got to remember Gunsmoke started off as a half-hour show. A lot of your Westerns, The Rifleman, all those were just half-hour little episodes, right? Cheyenne came along and they made it an hour-long show. And what makes Cheyenne even more interesting in cinema history or television history is the fact that not only was it the first hour-long Western in TV history, it is the first hour-long drama series of any kind with returning characters that lasted more than one season. Haha. So this is a very iconic show and a very historic show. It's pretty interesting when you think about it. I love the artwork there, that cover there. That is pretty cool. It's pretty much the same on the side as well, which is fine. Stills on the back. Okay, you get your information about the TV series there as well. What I love about this is that Warner Archive has released this in Blu-ray, but not just throw them on a disc. They have remastered these episodes in 4K from the original camera negative. Pretty awesome. Okay, that is pretty cool. I love this. Okay, so let me dive a little bit into why I love Cheyenne so much. Okay, so we're kind of letting you behind into my childhood, into my life, right? Growing up, I loved physical media. I loved the old VHS tapes, right? And when they got into Blu-rays, then I wasn't like, or to DVDs, I was into DVDs, and it was like buy every DVD I could find, right? I started loving that type of stuff. There was a big running joke between my parents, my mom and my dad. They happily married for 40 years, loved each other, everything, right? But there was a running gag between the two of them that my mom would always talk about Clint Walker, and Cheyenne Bodie, and my dad would sit there and say, we're never watching that show. And it was a big joke between them. Happily married, loved each other, but it was just a running gag between the two of them. I ran across a DVD of the best of Cheyenne, right? And I saw that, and I was like, I'm buying that. So as a young teenager, I bought that, and I said, here it is, Cheyenne, the best of Cheyenne. And my dad said, I ain't watching it. And my mom was like, I'll watch it. And it was just a big gag between the two of them and between all of us. So that's why it has such great memories for me. That's why Cheyenne is such an amazing thing to see this come out on Blu-ray. It is so cool. I can't wait to show this to my mom. My dad has sadly passed away quite a few years ago, but my mom's still around, and I can't wait to show this to her and say, Cheyenne. I don't know how she'll respond to that, but that's going to be kind of fun to see. I love physical media so much. It is so cool, and I love what Warner Archive does. Warner Archive is not just releasing TV shows and movies on DVD and Blu-ray. They are restoring them, remastering them, and making them look as absolutely pristine as possible. I did pop in the first episode and kind of check it out, and it is pretty amazing. The black and white picture is just crisp. Oh my goodness, it's so crisp and so clean. I was really shocked at how beautiful it really looks. And I shouldn't be shocked because I've been reviewing for Warner Archive for so many years now that I'm never disappointed with what they do. They continually amaze me with how they restore things and make them look so gorgeous. And Cheyenne is no different. It is gonna be amazing to see Cheyenne on in its entirety on Blu-ray in HD, remastered in 4K. I can't wait to check this out in its entirety. It is pretty epic. Yeah. So let me just take a quick and show you the pictures of the each of the seasons, and then that way you get an idea, and then you can sit there and say, yeah, I want that too. Okay. This is season 1. I like that. That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. All right. This is season 2. Pretty awesome. Season 3. I like the fact that we get different artwork. I think that's pretty awesome there. Season 4. Pretty cool. Season 5. Nice. Season 6. And the final season, season 7. Isn't that cool? I love it. And I love the fact that these are color-coded, too, for each season. I love that. I think that is pretty cool as well, that they have different colors for each season. I think that is pretty cool. Something that's also kind of cool, I don't know if you would see on the inside box there, kind of get the panorama of the Old West there. That's pretty cool. Attention to detail, I like that. I like the attention to detail, too, that Warner Archive does. They never cease to amaze me in how awesome they do their packaging. When they do these like this is just wow. Warner Brothers and Warner Archive Collection really put their best foot forward with their releases, and that's why I always give Warner Archive and Warner Brothers releases so much praise, because they are really doing some of the best work when you get down to physical media. We've heard reports that physical media is dying out, and that would be a shame. That would be an absolute shame if we would see physical media die and just go away, because there's something special about it, something that you cannot replicate on streaming. And that's what everybody wants to do nowadays, is just stream everything. But streaming cannot replicate the quality that you get in the Blu-rays and the DVDs and the 4Ks and the different things like that. There's just something, and there's something special. For those of you that are physical media fans, there's something special about getting the disc out. Taking the actual disc out of the player or out of the case like that. It's taking it, sticking it in the player, and seeing that menu. There's just something special about it. I don't know why, but there's just something special about it. But I'm excited about this. We're gonna have a full written review of Cheyenne, the complete TV series on Classic Cinema Plus. So be sure to go there and check that out. We would appreciate it. You can get a link below for Classic Cinema Plus. We have tons of reviews up there. You can check them out. We got tons of reviews going up every single day, so you can check out them out every single day. Something new all the time. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're a physical media fan, or even if you're not, if you just like movies and TV, even if you're not physical media, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and join the channel. We would appreciate it. It's so awesome to know that you appreciate what we do. Kind of bringing you a first look at these releases and stuff like that. So just be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell and do all that type of good stuff. And let us know we appreciate, because we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming along for this ride. So do that if you would. All right. And until next time, when we're with you once again with another Retro Drive-In podcast, this is Jason reminding you that if you want to see a great film or a TV series, check out a classic. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again to Warner Archive, Allied Vaughn, for sending this our way so we can check it out for you. And have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye.